Well, hello there. This is Kenneth Corrigan again with another semi-knowledge production. Um, in this one, I will be presenting Robotics from Chapter 16, Section 9, and I'm going to try and get this one done real quick because my stomach's rumbling and I'm a little hungry. So here we go. Let's just go through a quick introduction here and establish what exactly a robot is. A robot is a computer-controlled system that performs manual and physical tasks. Robots can be autonomous, using AI or computational intelligence techniques to navigate their environment and perform their jobs, or they can be remotely controlled by a human operator. The picture here is a fictional character named Wally, who, as he appears, is a robot. Now, Wally would use AI or computational intelligence as he thinks for himself, as he lives on his own rather than through the remote control of a human. And many people may not realize the difference, or that they're um, realize that a robot can be either remote controlled or um, controlled through AI. So keep that in mind. So this here is a graph of, as the title indicates, estimated worldwide annual supply of industrial robots at year end by industries 2009 to 2011. Now, robots are primarily used for three types of jobs: dangerous jobs, repetitive jobs, or for exploring inaccessible environments. This graph here illustrates the use of robots in industrial production. This graph would likely apply to the area of repetitive jobs such as food, glass, and chemical production. As you can tell, though, there are certain industries that use robots more so than others. So, now the largest industry is electrical and electronics, and then motor vehicles. Now, as you'll see in a picture to come, you'll understand why motor vehicles are right up there at the top. And additionally, be sure to note the increase that has taken place simply from year to year in units sold, or the supply of industrial robots in each year. Um, so for electrical and electronics, um, the robots in supply were just yet less than 10,000 units in 2009, but by 2010 they had more than quadrupled, probably more than that, to uh, somewhere between 25,000 and 30,000 units. And then by 2011, they continued on an increase to more than 30,000 units. Motor vehicle production has seen the same trend, as well as every single um, production line in this graph. That is amazing to me. So moving on. Dangerous jobs. Robots are used in dangerous situations that people would not like to be put in, such as for defusing a bomb. This picture here shows a robot either defusing a bomb or removing an object from a railroad track. Now, either way, I know that I would not want to be in the middle of that railroad track or um, in harm's way of that bomb. So the job would be dangerous for a human to do, and thus is suitable for a capable robot to perform. This robot is actually likely controlled by a human. Uh, I doubt that it's cutting wires of a bomb by itself or that it's removing a barrel by itself. So I anticipate that a human is using a remote control to control the little fingertips it has. Repetitive. Now this is the more commonly used um, area of jobs for robots. Now these are jobs that can be boring to the worker and the same task performed each and every day. Thus, robots are highly popular and sometimes cheaper in this context. Featured here is an image of a car manufacturer using robots nearly entirely. I don't see one human along this line, and the robots are set one after another, and I anticipate that it's very expensive, but in this context, it may be cheaper. Now, the only use for humans in a situation such as this would appear to be oversight. Um, so that would be the only use. Um, and it's very indicative of the times that we're going through. Finally, robots are used in situations that humans absolutely cannot handle, such as the deepest depths of the ocean or the surface of another planet. Um, Now, many might say that the what was it? The underwater horizon? Oh no, that's the deep water horizon. Um, well, the submarine that went to um, the deepest part of the ocean. Uh, Many might argue that there was a human that controlled it, so it wasn't a robot, but it still was a robot. Um, he was in a ship that he was remote controlling, and he would not have been able to survive the environment that he was in, thus making the robot necessary. Um, this image here depicts the Mars rover, clearly a robot. I don't think there's any dispute over that. Um, Now, I assume the necessity in this situation is apparent to whoever you are watching this video. Um, as humans would obviously not be able to breathe on Mars. Alright, now, as for the future, I do not believe that my future personally holds the presence of Wall-E-like robots and such, and other robots similar. I don't believe, and what I mean by Wall-E-like robots is robots controlled solely through AI, um, to the degree that Wall-E is, because he is a problem solver in many aspects of life, and I don't believe that that will be available in my lifetime, because I simply don't. I think that we will have to pass the Turing test before we can really move and consider our society as really advanced in AI. But all that being said, once this is passed, I see no buffer to the future of AI and robots. Once the Turing test is passed, I believe that there will be no looking back, and the world will be changed forever. And moving on to my sources, which are easily the most important part of this production. Um, Here they are. I apologize for the Wikipedia source. It was just a picture. Do not judge me. And cue the song Go Knowles, Seminology, Skirt.